No one's safe here tonight. We are happy to indulge you if you're looking for a fight, or just go home.
Well, a ridiculous situation here in the women's division. Veda Scott on her way to the ring for what will be a handicap championship match.
The following contest for one fall. It has a 30-minute time limit. It is a 2-on-1 handicap match, and it is for the Defiant Wrestling Women's Championship. Introducing first from Providence, Rhode Island, USA, this is Veda Scott.
Veda Scott has had her issues with our women's champion Kaylee Ray over the past few months. Scott is going to have an opportunity here with the odds stacked in her favour to become the champion.
Not a good situation for Kaylee Ray. And here comes another very dangerous female. Something to prove. Something to prove. That sums up the quest of this woman.
Coming to the ring at this time, her partner from Newton Aycliffe, England, this is Little Miss Roxxy.
Little Miss Roxxy herself has had an opportunity recently against Kaylee Ray one-on-one where she came up short, but of course this is two-on-one, and all of this is because of ITW owner Billy Wood, who I guess is amusing himself here by putting Kaylee Ray, the Defiant Women's Champion, in this situation, completely messing around with our contendership system here. Neither of these two women are currently the number one contender. That honour belongs to Millie McKenzie, and yet we're in a situation here where either of these two could become champions. It's completely ridiculous.
Well, Wood, as you say, obviously having some fun at the expense of Defiant Wrestling and everyone involved in it, and that extends to the women's division and the women's champ.
Their opponent, wrestling out of Scotland, she is the current reigning, defending Defiant Wrestling Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray!
Kaylee Ray, ever popular here. She has been our champion in Defiant Wrestling since last June. So now 8 months as the champion, but of all her defenses, you have to say, this one may be the most dangerous because, as we've already mentioned, 2-on-1 here. If either Roxxy or Veda Scott can get the pinfall or submission on Kaylee Ray, then the person who does that becomes the women's champion.
Think about this. Roxxy and Veda Scott, they want to work together to beat down the champion, but only one woman could walk away with that championship. So yes, a handicap situation, but in many respects, at some point, this could turn into almost a triple threat match.
Yeah, it's the one ray of light here for Kaylee Ray. She's going to go for a gory bomb early on Roxxy. Good strategy, good idea if it had worked for Kaylee Ray to try and take out one of these two in the early going.
Veda Scott standing back, watching Roxxy do her thing, now taking charge.
The thing is here, from Kaylee Ray's perspective, what can you do? All you can do really when there's two world-class women's wrestlers against you here is to take the beating and then hope, as you say, that when it comes to deciding which of them's going to get the decision, that the disagreement will be such that Kaylee Ray gets an opening.
Well, it looks to me like Veda Scott, she's calling the shots, commanding Little Miss Roxxy to put the boots to the champion Kaylee Ray, and now just stepping in to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, well, Roxxy didn't need asking twice. It's a boot into the throat, that was really, from Veda Scott onto Kaylee Ray.
Oh, but Kaylee Ray with the reversal.
Goes for a cover, and well, that's the problem that Kaylee's going to have if she gets any opportunities whatsoever here, is that either of the other two, whichever one is not involved in the pinfall, can break it up. So the challenge here for the champion is a huge one. Speaking of challenges, we've got a big night ahead here on Defiant, our main event, the challenge of a lifetime for young Gabriel Kidd, just 20 years old, and with an opportunity tonight to become the Defiant Wrestling Champion by beating one of the best wrestlers in the world, the so-called greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries.
Well, that's the key. You said it right there, Bradshaw. One of the best pro wrestlers in the world today. And not only that, Austin Aries is the Defiant World Champion. Gabriel Kidd, his dreams could come true, or tonight, if Billy Wood and IPW UK have their way, could be Gabriel Kidd's next chapter in his nightmare.
Yeah, well, Billy Wood was complacent, almost completely indifferent to the idea of Gabriel Kidd having any chance against Austin Aries, as Kaylee Ray, meanwhile, here is struggling. We'll find out what will happen there later on. Right now, though, it is the Women's Championship.
Oh, look at this, Veda Scott trying to steal Roxy's thunder.
And this is it. This is what you were talking about. This is where this one could go south in terms of this alliance in this handicap match.
Not just a straight-up handicap match, the title on the line. There's a prize that only one woman can hold. Veda Scott and Little Miss Roxy, both very competitive women. They want that prize.
So, Roxy gonna continue to boot him with that. Even though it's a disagreement, they are at least on the same page in terms of still continuing to gang up here against the champion. And quite aside from Kaylee Ray, imagine Millie McKenzie, supposed to be the number one contender. Oh my God, that DDT from Kaylee Ray! An opportunity here for the champion to recover.
Well, as you say, Bradshaw, Millie McKenzie right now preparing for Kaylee Ray. That could all change. She could be preparing for a different champion, Little Miss Roxy or Veda Scott.
Well, you've got to understand Millie McKenzie's frustration, because she must be wondering how these two have jumped the queue.
Her time will come. Millie McKenzie only 17 years old, if you can believe that, and already destined for success.
McKenzie calls herself the first 21st century badass. These three young ladies are late 20th century badasses. Look at that from Kaylee Ray.
Roxy was wiped out.
The cover, and Kaylee Ray nearly did the almost unthinkable by winning in this 2-on-1 situation.
Veda Scott almost missed the opportunity to break up that pin. Got there just in time.
Kaylee using Veda Scott's body as a weapon against Roxy, but Scott breaks up the pin again.
Kaylee Ray can't catch a breath in this match. Both challengers coming at her hot and heavy.
A neck breaker from Scott, going to go for the cover again. Once again, Roxy will break it up.
There's no teamwork in this though, not anymore. Again, both Roxy and Veda Scott want to be women's champ. Could this work to the favour of the champion, Kaylee Ray?
Smug as Billy Wood is in putting this match together, supposedly just to mess with our women's division, maybe he hasn't quite thought this through, because it seems to me that there's an inherent flaw in this plan, as Kaylee Ray is looking to expose here. Got both the legs. Oh my, the gory bomb, the cover. Kaylee Ray could pin both of these young ladies, and she does. The champion retains. Wow.
Here is your winner, and still Defiant Wrestling Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray!
Billy Wood's plan didn't work there, Bradshaw.
Well, let's hope that's not the last time tonight that IPW and Billy Wood have egg on their face. They tried to mess around with our women's division, but Kaylee Ray is still our champion.
Manchester, February 18th and 19th. Defiant Wrestling returns to the Bolas Exhibition Center. See Defiant Wrestling Champion, The Truth, Austin Aries. General Manager Stu Bennett, formerly known as Wade Barrett. Plus, the Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray. Leader of the Curb Crawlers, Martin Kirby. The Renegade, Mark Haskins. Liverpool's #1, Zach Gibson. The Iron Man, Joe Coffey. David Starr, Jern Simmons, Primate, and Rampage. Suitable for all ages. Tickets from just £15 at wearedefiant.com.